Alright, I don't do a lot of videos like this because it's not something you want to show people. But this is one of my weekly rituals, if it's not a few times. Right there to your right. Right there. There's my water. There's one of my inflatables. Gotta make a living. So let's see if I can get some of it even in the dark. You really can't see it then. You can see that water though. And the moon's pretty much, she's less than half moon, but she's pretty much above me. So I've learned the quarters and shit like that. So whenever I do get water, because I get it from here, because this was all structure. All this was, there's stone everywhere. So what was underneath here was a huge water center. We've already looked, and you can go down through here and throughout history, you can see where people have dug into it. But if you look at all this when it's daylight, even the season change, it is so fucking green and beautiful. Hell yeah, let me get my shit. But I've been doing that for a long time. Yeah. I'm turning this light on because it's kind of hard to see anyways, but my whole point is I'm just showing you that I've been in enough rehabs, enough structured programs to where I can make my own. See, the people around me, they can't listen, and I already know why they can't listen. But see, this world thinks that you just go somewhere and just quit drinking or quit doing whatever it is, and then you're just automatically just fixed. Like, then you can just go participate in the world. Well, we've created these social disorders, you know, because a lot of us have to take certain things to be around people. So over time, we have to build back into that through small exercises and things like that. But doing what I do, this is literally not it. You're maybe 0.223% of the world maybe goes and gets their own water, and then the rest don't even drink it. So I mean, if you don't put water into your brain right when you wake up, then you're dehydrating it. You wouldn't be no different than an alcoholic drinking alcohol right when they wake up. Trust me, we know what the brain and the anatomy is made of. You don't even get that in the programs. You don't, because see, most of them get food donated, just snacks and all kinds of shit. Some of them get good food, but they're gonna run. It's about making money. And until you can understand that, then, you know, you're just being another person filling up a seat. You know, but this is me. You know, I've had several people this past week had literally crumbling, and I'm giving them, I'm like, you have to do things you don't want to fucking do. And they're just losing their mind. It's like, I wouldn't have a decade and seeing people look at me and they're like, well, but his family and they've all left him. And it's like, they hadn't left me. God took them out of my life. All right? What the hell's going on at this church at 6:45 a.m.? That's some weird shit. Oh, they got the red flag flame. So that's the Rosicrucians in hiding. Santa Rosa, anywhere named that has to do with the Rosicrucians. Any Rosicrucians. You know, the Rothschilds, Red Cross, all of it's the same shit. You know, but I mean, I just wanted to share, you know, just something, because this is something that I can't just post because they'll go at it, you know, because everybody around here will tell you, well, that ain't been tested. It's like, you got a fucking soda in your hand. You're going to tell me that that water's not tested, but yet you're drinking soda that I can clean my battery terminals with, cables. And you're going to tell me, do you realize how fucking ignorant that you are to say shit like that? And see, that's an impulse. That's what you've heard your entire life. Has been tested. Has it been in a lab? It's like, you don't have to test arsenic. You can just give it to the dummies and then they'll start getting sick. But then when you give them cartoons and puzzles and all this other shit to play with around it, like I had my entire life. What's crazy is I've literally been around soda puzzles and anything you can think of as far as memorabilia. And it never grabbed me because that red and all that, that's a demon. It is. Red represents anger, especially, and war. You know, it confuses the fluids in the brain and the anatomy that people don't know about. They're so dumb that they can't even do a thorough research. They're dumb. They're the memorization goy. You just memorize shit. Just memorize that, we'll give you a piece of paper. And then they run around, oh, no, I am. But then they go spend all kinds of money and don't put their whole lifetime into what it is that they do because they're a fuck up. And we're not. All right, now I'm going to do another. I've got to go back and get my clothes. So, you know, I tend to do this more on weekends, like bigger loads, because it gives me time, you know. But we're fixing to go through the battlefield, of course, Civil War. My house is literally right beside the Chickamauga battlefield, which is in Walker, Catoosa County, Georgia, northwest Georgia. And then the golf course, I go over here and fuck around at. It's right here, right beside it. It's funny because out there, all golf courses underneath them is what. That's the reason they built the golf courses, to create that sport so big, you know. And if you'll go look, if you don't even watch sports, if you don't watch a lot, go Google PGA Tour Pro women and look at the Asians. They're dudes. Yeah, that's what we've tried to tell you. It's just kind of odd, because if I was a terrorist, you know what I mean, I'd raise some sports players to play golf and then get them good, and then once they get into America, I'd let them loose. Boom, 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 boom. But Matt, they're getting better. It's like, you're a fucking dummy. So now we're fixing to pull up at the laundromat. Hell yeah. I can go buy a badass fucking washer and dryer, but you know what it does? It opens up conversations. Conversations that I would never have sitting there being selfish inside my own fucking house being a dummy. See you in just a second. Love you. We're getting to the laundromat. I'm just showing you, this is, if you could take away all these trees, you would see shit. But this is the battlefield. And right over here to the right is the high school I went to. It's behind all it in town. But through these woods right here, if you're watching this around me and something happens, you can walk out in these woods and the water that's been cutting everything underneath it that didn't get melted big time, it's fucking, the water's, it's cutting the structure. It's very easy to see it. You just got to walk off the trails. It'll blow your fucking mind right off. But I mean, this is just, you know, it's just a trophy is all this is. It's all it is. And them damn people back there had cages and their fucking dogs in, like $1,000 cages if you can go back and see it. And then they had a ladder. Man, throw them fucking dogs in the truck and go, let them run. You come out here nowadays though, if you're out in the open, you know, they'll come out there and make sure, you know, there's a fucking leash on your dog and all kinds of shit. Well, I can understand that if it's a stupid dog, but if you really train your dog and all that other shit, there's no sense in that. None at all. Look, check this out. Let me just show you right here. You see this fucking creek? There's a creek right here. We'll get hit. You see all that stone down there? All that right there is fucking stone. Everything out here is covered up. Everywhere you go, they just cover this up and then make it a fucking, like an attraction. To attach, it's an attachment to the mine. See you in a minute. Alright, now we're coming out of the park, our back way from getting our water. Yeah. Isn't that funny that water's closer to that park? Hang on. Oh, you can. Alright, now what we're doing, we're back on 2A 21. That's what we call it, I do. So now I'm gonna go up here and get my shit. But I'm gonna tell you about this old lady in here right quick. I always get there early doing laundry. Get there before anybody else does. There's a Hardee's, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. How many of those are in everybody else's towns, huh? Hell yeah. So I get up here this morning and these fucking doors were locked. It wasn't locked completely. There she is. She's still in there chilling like a villain. And she is homeless, which is okay. But I'm gonna tell you what she did. Alright, you see her? She's to the left right here. Alright, that door, she tried to lock that door to lock herself in. Well, you've gotta flip that top part on the door in order for it to lock, because if you don't, then they both just pull open. So she tried to fucking lock it. So I'm in there looking around, you know, being observative. She goes over there. What she's done is that Tide, she grabbed that shit out of the trash can, the fucking water. She grabbed clothes to the left behind her that was in the trash can and put it in it and just set it around her to where she looks like she's in there doing something. Now, let me ask you something right here. Do you think that woman's stupid? Hell no, she's not stupid. And that's what the fuck I'm saying. For you to still be beat the shit out of by this world, the spirit within us, and to be homeless, to be looking for somewhere to sleep, and then to come in and do some shit like that, that means you still got cred. I don't give a fuck what it is. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to wake her ass up, because there was some other people in here. My shit's already done. And I was like, don't mess with her. She's fine. And they said, oh, we're not. So that's my morning. I love you.